traditions. Western Kentucky wearing the black, Sam Houston on the road in white as we will get underway. The Bearcats won the toss, elected to defer, and some running room for the Hilltoppers off of the opening kickoff, and they'll get it out past the 30-yard line as Easton Messer gets his team some pretty good field position. Coming off a big game last week, set up on his left hip. And Reed will throw and look deep on the first play from scrimmage, and it's caught into Bearcats territory at the 30-yard line. A sliding grab, Malachi Corley.
Situation.
3rd down and 4, Corley in motion. Reed handles a low snap. He's in trouble, gets it out, and it was intercepted by Sam Houston. On a 3rd and short, Reed on the rollout, and he got picked by Caleb Weaver in Kentucky.
And this is where Coach Summers like to bring a lot of pressure.
Shoemaker gets flushed out, and he will throw on the run, and it's out of bounds. So after the Hilltoppers turn it over, they come up with a defensive stop, and they're going to force the Bearcats deep in their own territory.
Mistakes, and he try to get the ball deep.
Reed will hand it off, and right up the gut, Elijah Young's got the first down.
Elijah Young is waking up. He's starting to get old now. He's getting a lot of experience, but now he's going to get that ball up in the air, get a touchdown.
Reed looking, and he finds a receiver inside the 5 and into the end zone for a touchdown. It's Dalvin Smith. After his defender fell down, Smith was wide open, and the Hilltoppers take a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, the Hilltoppers, Coach Helton, they know how to put pressure on.
Looking for the point after. The special teams, a little bit of an issue last week for the Hilltoppers. This one is through. That are out due to injury for this Bearcats team. 3rd down and 8 from their own 27. Shoemaker with time over the middle and in and out of the hands of his intended target, Alvante Woodard. Their tight end leading the way in that department today. They need a yard. They'll get it. And then some for Elijah Young, who resets the downs here for the Hilltoppers. Trying to scout this defense that his offense would face today. 3rd down and 7. Reed, all kinds of time. Fires back the other way, and there is Corley for a first down reception.
Football, but before, when you put 2, it's hard to really to throw the football.
Young trying to find a sliver, and he is taken down in the backfield. Kavian Gaither came in, the reigning Conference USA Defensive Player of the Week. Hilltoppers showing blitz. Shoemaker under pressure, and it's in and out of the hands of Woodard. 3rd down at 12 with under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Bearcats need a stop. Reed back to throw, steps up, fires, and near the sideline, Caleb Weaver. Did he pick it off? He did, it looks like. He got a foot down just in time, and Weaver on the interception as Reed is picked off for the 2nd time today.
Smith, so he's one-on-one right now. It'd be interesting to see what they're going to do to get the ball in Noah Smith's hands.
Shoemaker finds a target, and it's a first down. Noah Smith, their lead receiver. They needed a big play. They go to their number 1 target.
Aggressive, so they're going to have to beat somebody. Now you man-to-man, you see them going in motion, so there's an opportunity.
And they've got some running room here. This is John Gentry down the sideline. Nice cutback, and he gets tripped up near midfield.
Ball and not throw it.
Keegan Shoemaker on the play fake. In trouble. He will fire downfield. It's caught and inside the 5 and into the end zone. A touchdown, Noah Smith. No flags and a 43-yard connection on the rollout by Shoemaker. Now,
because he make things happen.
Now to tie it, and a low kick, and it is no good.
Because he can make things happen every time he gets a chance.
2nd down and 8, Reed. Right over the middle, there's Corley, and daylight ahead of him across the 40-yard line. Lowers the shoulder into DeCarrick Hobbs. And
he lowers his shoulders and lay the boom. Then here you go, Reed, get the ball up deep.
Deep shot, Corley in and out of his hands, And they went right back at Hobbs, and now a flag comes in. Check on him. Now he is about to get up with the help of Craig Burt Jr.
Defense.
Yeah, he landed directly on his head as a receiver when you don't have your hands in it because he got pulled down by the defensive back. If you look at it, the pass interference, you get the ball up in the air, but what happens, he's get grabbed early, and he had direct contact on his helmet.
10 from the 41 of Sam Houston. Reed. And the ball loose. It's picked up by Sam Houston. The Hilltoppers tried to play a trick. They coughed it up, and the Bearcats with another takeaway. That's the third time today the Hilltoppers have turned it over.
Yeah, those turnovers. I mean, you're driving the ball and you're doing well, but you sudden change. Soon as you get a turnover, they're going to try to look to score quick.
Shoemaker. Running room to the 40 and inside the 35-yard line. He goes out at the 34 and from the Hilltoppers 31. Keegan Shoemaker will roll it out. He's thrown a touchdown in a situation like this already once today. Goes to the end zone and just a little bit up high. Jumping attempt there in the end zone. It's incomplete.
It was an interception, but it's good that but in the penalty, it seemed like it was a penalty on WKU.
Yeah, they're going to call a holding against Anthony Johnson. Down, looks like they're going to mark him inches short. Third down and inches. Shoemaker will keep it, and he will get the first down as he's pushed out of bounds by Rome Weber.
They'd love to run that kind of flare screen out.
They hand it off to Isaiah Nixon,
like
and he is short. Nixon has become a very big short yardage specialist for Sam Houston late in the year.
Ridge came up and made something happen. Very physical at the point of attack.
They keep Nixon in. They hand off to Murdaugh, and Murdaugh gets into the end zone for a Bearcats touchdown. And Sam Houston has taken the lead. Adrian Murdaugh, the touchdown run, his second of the year. And now he's got one in each of the last 2 weeks. They missed a point after earlier, and they get this one to go. Colby Sessoms, who had not
on fourth down, an outside zone play. What a great cut, outside jump cut, move, and touchdown, Sam Houston State.
Easton Messer on the return. Out past the 20-yard line, makes a couple moves, stays on his feet. And Messer out past the 40-yard line. Terrific return by Easton Messer.
Make sure he protects the football, but don't be so conservative. Still get the ball up in the air if you can.
Reed out to Dalvin Smith. And Smith across midfield. Tumbles down at the 46-yard line. 15 yards from Reed to Smith. And Western Kentucky is into Bearcats territory.
Football, because you're really in a two-down situation. You just shouldn't. They won't be scared to run the football now.
Reed with an offensive line giving the escort, barrels his way, and he does have the first down.
This is the time when WKUs like to get the ball up.
Step in the backfield, Reed. Firing, Dalvin Smith inside the 10, jumping his way inside the 5-yard line. Dalvin Smith goes airborne and falls down at the 3 field. First down and goal. Hilltoppers want the lead back. Step, barreling forward near the goal line. He's in for a Hilltoppers touchdown. Marquise Step picks up his third rushing touchdown of the year, and the Hilltoppers have retaken the lead pending the extra point, for now tied at 13. Last week, but they had issues with the hold and some special teams changes. Carnero usually is money. He puts this one right through, and indeed the Hilltoppers have the lead back.
Get down.
Smith comes in motion. They fake it to him, and they outlet to the tight end Sherrard, and he's got the ball across the 35-yard line. That'll be good for a first down. Shoemaker in the shotgun. Thomas Jewett in motion. Another fake. Out to Jewett, past the 45 and down at midfield, just a couple of inches onto the other side. And a big play here, third down and 10.
Here they come.
Keegan Shoemaker drops back, and down he goes, and there is a sack for the Hilltoppers. They did not have a sack last week
High safeties, meaning there's nobody deep, but they're spreading it out. They're going to get the ball in the air.
Reed finds Elijah Young. He's got some running room across the 45-yard line and taken out of bounds. In fact, he stepped out right on the 45.
Down. So now Reed is going to try to put more pressure on their defense and just get the ball out early if they're going to play deep.
Right back to Messer out toward the 40-yard line.
To throw the football, but I mean, running the football is not out of the question because they're only rushing 2.
Reed hands it off. Irvin Poindexter stays on his feet, lowers the shoulder, and is taken down at the 26-yard line. 59 seconds to go here in the half.
Yeah, I see what Sam Houston State is doing. They're not really rushing the ball. You're going to be wide open down the field.
Reed into the end zone, a touchdown for Craig Burt Jr. Austin Reed to Burt Jr. from 26 yards out. Senior to senior on senior day. And the Hilltoppers take a 20-13 lead. Now the point after by Carnero. And he's got it, and it's 21-13 Hilltoppers. Sam Houston, he is a Houston native, stays in the backfield. Shoemaker steps up. He's got some room to run. Makes a move at the 40 and slides just shy of the 45-yard line. They'll mark him at the 43. So still a chance here for the Bearcats with 18 seconds remaining. Western Kentucky showing blitz. There's a flag. They may have jumped early. A deep shot by Shoemaker. And this one, is this intercepted? It appears as though it is.
Yeah,
we got to check the penalty, though.
Yeah.
Offside. Number 48, defense. 5-yard penalty is enough for a first down.
So Shoemaker knew exactly what he was doing. He knew he had a free play.
This is going to be a 51-yard field goal for Sessoms, going for a season long. And he's got it, and then some. What a boot by Colby Sessoms.
Wow, that was a bomb.
The red shirt sophomore.
Or some type of turnover in this situation.
Noah Smith in the slot on the right. A deep shot here by Shoemaker, and it's incomplete. Malik Phillips, the intended target.
Rushing 3, they're forcing WKU to run the football or throw short passes.
Reed to the right side, it's picked. The route got jumped by DeMarcus Crosby. He stays on his feet inside the 10-yard line and goes out of bounds. They'll mark him at about the 8.
Yeah, baiting him the whole entire time underneath the wide receiver.
Shoemaker from the 7. Hands it off to Gentry. And Gentry, untouched, goes into the end zone for a touchdown. And the Bearcats have retaken the lead. 22-21 on John Gentry's touchdown rush.
Yeah, I mean, what happens that's really deflating after a turnover, it seemed like the defense wasn't even ready on that one. But
not play last week, part of this revolving door at running back for the Bearcats this year. The point after is good by Sessoms. And the Bearcats get...
It's going to be really hard, and you got 3 high safeties now.
Corley, top of your screen. Reed back to throw. And he fires, and he connects with Dalvin Smith, who's got some running room for the first down and more.
That becomes a problem for your passing game.
3rd down and 10. Austin Reed, plenty of time, fires it out. He's got a connection with Craig Burt Jr., but it's short of the first down.
Taylor knows that they're playing well defensively. He doesn't want to make a mistake in this situation.
Shoemaker back to throw. He dumps it out, and they're going to get a first down and more. This is Gentry still on his feet. A flag comes in as Gentry takes it out toward the 40-yard line.
Greens into these blitzes. They see it, and they see where the advantage is at if you can try to get into those blitzes.
Shoemaker's taken down. He is sacked. Kendrick Simpkins. It's Austin Reed and the Hilltoppers back out there offensively.
And Coach Keeler knows when you do that, most of the time the other team is going to score.
And now Reed's been picked off. And that's intercepted by Caleb Weaver. And the Bearcats take it right back. And Austin Reed has now been picked off 4 times today.
Jeff.
Gentry comes into the backfield again. Shoemaker gets it out. And there's his favorite target, Noah Smith, who picks up his 7th catch of the day. Down territory.
Yeah, it looks like man-to-man, but they're not going with it. They're going to drop back in coverage.
Shoemaker gets flushed out again.
He's great to his right.
And he throws it incomplete. He had Deontay McCray all over him again. McCray has been everywhere today.
They only rush in 3, so everybody else is out in coverage. It's nowhere, no zones to throw the football.
It's time to Corley. And that is past the 35-yard line from Malachi Corley. And the Hilltoppers to run the ball.
Yes, absolutely.
And they will do it on this one. And there is daylight up the middle for Elijah Young.
There you go. In order to do, you still run because they give you the run right now. Even on 3rd and 4, you got 2 downs to get it. You got to run.
Reed back to throw, and that one was almost picked off. He was trying to go to his tight end, Trevor Borland.
Going to go for it, but now Sam Houston might bring the pressure now.
Reed back to throw, over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was behind Craig Burt Jr., and the Bearcats get a turnover on downs.
They're dropping out.
They drop off. Shoemaker in trouble, trying to run, looking for a seam, and he is short of the first down. They'll mark him at the 48-yard line.
Oh, this is amazing what Sam Houston State is doing. They're still giving up the running game.
Young again. He's got just enough for a first down. So that'll move.
Really stop the passing game when you rush 3 and you got that many people back.
Reed is going to run it right up the middle and tumbles his way for a first down. I was going to ask, how do you beat that? You beat him. Now we've got a 2nd down and 7 from the 25.
Now the safety's up. Now you can get the ball up.
Reed's throwing deep. He's got Corley across midfield. Down the sideline. Malachi Corley to the end zone for a touchdown. 75 yards to Malachi Corley.
Yeah, Malachi for surely Corley. We call him Malachi because he's the prophet. The ball gets in his hands.
To make it a 5-point game, and he does.
Malachi making things happen.
That is 6 in white. He's in the left slot. Shoemaker back to throw, looking for Noah Smith, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Hilltoppers. Anthony Johnson Jr. on the first play of the possession picks it off. Shoemaker gets picked for the first time today, and the Hilltoppers get the ball right back.
They really force you just to run the football still.
Reed gives to Young, and Young is taken down. That was Seth Mason on the stop.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Play clock is down to 3. They will snap it. Reed backing up over the middle. It's incomplete. Reed got knocked down in the process. That was Chris Murray on the pursuit for Sam Houston, and the Bearcats come up with a big stop.
Yeah, they're fighting for their lives right now.
Sherrard in motion. Shoemaker, quick throw along the sideline, and good yardage there for Malik Phillips. Shoemaker rolls it out, finds the tight end Sherrard, who gets away from one defender and gets it across midfield and out toward the 40-yard line of Western Kentucky.
Defensive line outside contained. He tried to get outside of him.
Now he fires toward the sideline, and that pass is complete at the 26-yard line. There's Noah Smith again. Tight end Jewett in motion. Shoemaker will roll it out, and he tries to connect with Noah Smith, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, what a great design play.
Gentry comes to the backfield. Shoemaker rolling out. He's got an open target. The catch is made, and it's a first down for the Bearcats. He connects with Simeon Evans, the redshirt sophomore.
Possession game now.
5 minutes to go. Murdaugh right behind Shoemaker. Now they'll flip it out to Murdaugh. Makes a cut. He fumbled the ball. It's loose and picked up by the Hilltoppers. Western Kentucky recovers the fumble. It was Anthony Johnson who picked it up. And the Bearcats cough it up, and the Hilltoppers are on it.
After Anthony Johnson again. Really good, tough situation right here to see what's going to happen.
Corley went in motion. Reed back to throw. That pass is complete. It's right around the line to gain. They're marking it. This is going to be very close.
I think they're marking it in a first down. Look
very
like
close.
Man, so they're just going to rush. They rush in 3 and outside blitz from the outside.
Reed back to throw, and he's taken down. Austin Reed goes down. Isaiah Downs, they call him Big Play Zay. He had an interception in the first half. Iman Allen back to field the punt. Munson gets it away. Allen up to get it. And they're already near midfield. And Allen trying to break one. He crosses the field to the 35-yard line. He's down at the 33. And this game is miles away from being over.
Woo, this is some exciting times right now. This
down and 6 as Shoemaker is back to throw to the right side. And it's incomplete.
They're going to bring the kitchen sink right here.
Shoemaker back to throw. Fires to the left. The pass is caught. Simeon Evans makes the catch around the 10-yard line. The clock will stop for a moment because it's a first down. At the sideline, the play clock is now under 5. Keegan Shoemaker looking, fires over the middle, and it's incomplete. And he had a chance to get to Malik Phillips, and they could not connect. And here comes the ball game. Line.
Yes, all or nothing right now.
Shoemaker rolling out. He fires. And it's intercepted. The Hilltoppers pick him off in the end zone. And Western Kentucky is headed toward bowl eligibility. Under a minute to go, they pick off Keegan Shoemaker. This game with all kinds of twists and turns. It will end with 8 turnovers. And every time you thought you had something figured out, it changed on a dime. Hilltoppers take a knee. They don't need to run another play, and Western Kentucky is now bowl eligible with that win. Their 6th victory of the year. It is the 5th time in 5 years under Tyson Helton that they are bowl eligible, and they got all they could handle from the Bearcats.
Yes, the Bearcats, like we talked about earlier, they fight to the end.